Cool. It's gone ahead and recorded. So I haven't filled in I filled in Judah a little bit on what we talked about, just to go over it, make sure that everything that we've discussed is on point. So you've run sales contests in your prior organization, but you're not doing anything with CalAmp. Is that correct?
Correct. Right now we're not, though. We would love to I'd love to implement what I've done in the past, but
Awesome.
let's see what your tool does, and I'll tell you if we're directionally aligned or not.
Awesome. And you've got 150 to 200 reps. Is that correct?
Yeah, roughly with the new organization and the acquisitions we purchased over the last couple of months. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. How are you?
But we also have, that's direct sales force. We also have a channel sales force. We also have kind of sales engineers, right? They're called FAEs, field application engineers, that also would be, included in that. So that's roughly another, call it 50 people.
Okay. Awesome. What are some of the metrics that you're looking to, to gamify?
Oh, man, you name it, we'll do it. Largest deal of the quarter, largest deal of the month, largest deal of the region, largest deal in a segmentation. So it's around highest closed deals, percent to quota, attainment, a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay, awesome. Cool. And, I guess just to help us out, if there was, one goal we could help you achieve, what do you think that would be?
Have my reps to sell more shit.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Well, I think that's everything I need. Judah, if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Chris, really good to speak with you. I'm excited to show you Arcade and as you said, show you how we can help your reps sell more shit. But that's what we do. The goal is to motivate reps to, hit their metrics and focus on those right activities that are going to, lead to them hitting their goals and just bringing in more revenue. So let me just pull up my screen here. Give me 1 second. All right. So I won't go through a whole long presentation with you. I'm going to really jump in and show you Arcade, show you how it really works. But I do want to go over just a few points, give you a little bit of an introduction. So the reason our company exists, so our co-founder and CEO started out in sales. Just like I'm sure many of us have experienced, and you see a lot of times with your reps. When he started, he was real excited and kind of gung ho and really hitting the phone and making the sales. But then as time went on, kind of lost a little bit of the motivation, the frustrations crept in, and of course it started affecting his performance. But then eventually, had a new manager that came in, took over the team, and started running all these incentives and gamifying all aspects of the day and of the job. And his team ended up becoming the top performing team in the country. So that's what inspired him to get out there and say, hey, there's potential, to do this for other sales teams, and to show them how to run contests right, and if they are doing contests, to create a platform that can really make it easy and motivate them the right way. So that's why we started Arcade, and we're located right here in the heart of Texas in Dallas. And I'll jump into this and show you a little bit more about the company and kind of what we do. If that sounds good.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So yeah, I guess one question I want to ask, when you have run contests in the past, have you ever experienced where you'll have the same people winning the contest over and over?
Your question is, have reps continually won, like the same reps over and over?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
They're also president of the club and shadow the leader people.
Say that again.
They're also shadow the leader people. They're president's club, chairman's club, reps, right? So I mean, it's they're winning not because of a system or because of a flaw in a system. They're just some of the top reps.
No, and that's good. Of course, we always want to recognize the top performers. But the thing is, when we're running contests, if we really want to see the best results from it, you're going to do that by making sure that you motivate that middle 70%, your mid-tier reps, who really have the most potential to improve. They've just kind of fallen into a rut and they've gotten comfortable. And most sales contests don't target them. They only target those top performers. And the rest of the team oftentimes just gets frustrated and disengaged. So one of the things that Arcade focuses on, and we do this by localizing competition. So when reps are competing, they just see that they're competing within their level, with their peers, and also by rewarding them for just different accomplishments. So as they move up, say from 50th place to 49th place, Chris, they'll actually get micro incentives for that. So even if you're not going to win the entire contest, you're going to stay engaged, and because of that, you're going to see even better results than you would with a regular contest.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, Arcade, we work with companies of really all types and all across the country. We have customers in 3 different continents now. So we're in Europe and Asia, and we work with some pretty big names. And some of the results that we've seen, this chart in particular here is from GameStop, and you're able to see what the results were. With the stores that started rolling out Arcade initially, and those that didn't do it at first. And that's independently verified. We actually had a third party come in and do that. And you're usually able to see this within the first month or two once you get the games up and running, and reps really start to become more engaged. So we're talking about the different contests. So we do more than just have those typical leaderboards that you can run on Excel, or you can get some leaderboard software. It's important to make things fun and engaging for reps. So we have all different types, and I'll show you this within the platform itself. But you can have races, you can have mountain climbs, you can have different types of contests, and of course it's different graphics, but it's also different ways that they are competing and ways that they can win. Now, I'm not sure if you had a chance to go over this with Riley. What ways are you tracking your reps? What CRM do you use?
How do we track them? Well, quota attainment, monthly forecasting, a bunch of Salesforce reports for activities, for leads, for forecast, for a whole bunch of stuff. But it's more numbers versus behavioral, right? Sure. Activities.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the ability to take all the metrics that you're tracking in Salesforce and to use that within Arcade. So like you're saying, top deal close, number of deals closed, revenue. We're system agnostic, so we can integrate with any CRM. Of course, we have customers on Salesforce, and basically all we're doing is we're setting up automated reports to be sent from Salesforce. So the contests themselves are updated in close to real time. And so as your reps are closing deals, they'll be able to see themselves climbing up the leaderboard and winning the races.
Yeah, let me ask you a question about that. When you say you're system agnostic, are you standalone, or do you have to do people have to pipe in through a CRM?
Explain to me what you mean by standalone.
Standalone meaning if we want to roll out some kind of gamification for folks that don't have a Salesforce license, can we do that where they log into your application, though sales would be logging in through Salesforce through an integration there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're not,
Okay.
we can integrate with Salesforce, but we're not tied to it. So you can have your other reps, either they can manually just add in their deals, or if you're able to pull, even just a basic report for them, you can do that all at once.
Gotcha.
And we work on all platforms. Of course, we have a web app, but we've got well-developed mobile apps as well. So even if someone's out on the road, are your reps, are they in the office most of the day?
Say that again?
Are they in the office most of the day?
No, they're traveling the globe. I mean, we have global sales teams, we have regional sales teams. They're primarily out in the field. They're not really.
Okay.
Leadership is in the office more than they are.
Got it. Perfect. Yeah. So Arcade in many ways was designed for that. For distributed teams, and it works really well. So they can. It's fully accessible through the apps, so they can participate in the contest, earn rewards. Redeem gift cards all through the mobile app. Again, we track many of the metrics that you measure, and you'll be able to see here just an example of one of the contests that we have going on. One of the things I want to show you that is really effective. So in addition to the contest, we have a social aspect to it. So do you do any form of like peer-to-peer recognition?
Yeah, HR does peer-to-peer recognition, 360 review, stuff of that nature.
Excellent. Yeah, so you can do that through Arcade, or you can have it as an additional aspect. And I'll show you how it works. But each week, a rep gets a recognition star that they're able to award to a peer. So say you have someone new that joins, and Allie here helps them out. They can award that to her, and that'll show up on the news feed for everyone to see. And she can also earn some reward points for that as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so as they are winning contests, completing tasks, and earning the rewards tokens for that, we actually handle the rewards redemption part for you as well. So what are you doing right now for rewards? Like what do you typically give out?
Well, they go on trips, they get dollars, they get recognition, they get luncheons with the CEO. I mean, there's a couple different ways we go about it.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so we can. So we have a built-in reward store. We have preloaded access to hundreds of different gift cards in there, and that can include. That's everything from Netflix, Amazon, Visa gift cards, or essentially cash, to travel ones as well. So we had a rep earlier in the year, took his entire family to Disney World. Just through points that he won in Arcade, and was able to redeem that trip through the app.
Yeah, we do internal contests where there's flights anywhere in the United States, including Hawaii and all that. Yeah, we do a lot of that stuff.
Do you are you typically managing that, or who's like?
No, that managed through HR. I'm more sales, revenue generating, or operational cost deductions. That's my focus.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm sure it can take a fair bit of time for HR to do that. So we really make that process seamless and easy for you, handling most of it on our end.
Cool.
Yeah, and from a managerial standpoint, you have some additional access to some really good insights, so you can see, which reps are improving the most, which ones, may need a little bit of help, and also just based off of participation and some of the rewards there are, and you can see who might be up for promotion, who's showing some real managerial talent, and might be
Do
manager.
do you do competencies also, or is it more just recognition? Competency checks and stuff of that nature for sales or for internal?
Yeah, so can you explain to me a little bit more like what you'd be looking to measure?
Yeah, competencies are like, did they do X customer visits per week, per month? Did they attend product training courses? You know, stuff that you would give them badges if they did it, and then there would be kind of a coaching opportunity if they did not, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can measure anything. So it's not just like the deals revenue focused metrics.
Right.
We can gamify anything like that. So yeah, trainings that they attended, really anything you want. We can set up badges around that, and you can also just you can create contests around that too.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, and it's really easy to get started. Really, the steps is typically just a half-hour setup call. All you need is to load the reps, into the game, their name and their email address, and then the metrics
Right.
and goals that you want to measure, and then you're really off and running, and sell. You're able to really start seeing the results.
Does the trial include integration into Salesforce, or is it more standalone in your application only?
Yeah, so no, we'd include integration in there. Like I said, it's really not it's not a complicated process.
Right. Can we trial it for a quarter and then agree to buy if it works out well for us? I mean, I don't, I got to go and talk to my sales leader, the global sales leader. And this is great in concept, but can we execute and deliver? I'm sure you guys can help us on that. But we'd want to make sure that this is the way we want to kind of drive behavior, but B, that the tool is flexible enough to do what we want it to do.
Yeah, we can absolutely do that. A lot of our customers, they see it's right for them. They'll start out. We do our standard 12-month contract, but particularly for our bigger customers, if we are talking about a few hundred reps, we can certainly work out. We would do a paid trial, and we can set that up for a quarter.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, we want to make sure that that you're successful, and and you're doing it because because you love Arcade and because you're seeing the right results.
Yep, I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've got
Can you show me for the next 7 minutes? Can you show me more like in tool versus PowerPoint? Let me see what it looks and feels like.
So that's what I was going to pull up right over here, and what I can do. Give me 1 second. All right, and you should be able to see the app here.
Yep.
Okay.
But I want to see it inside of Salesforce, not inside your own standalone app. What would it look like from a rep's behavior? We want to keep them inside of Salesforce.
Got it. Yeah. So what we would do, if you want it with inside Salesforce, it's pretty simple. We'd set up like essentially an iframe.
Okay.
So it would look like this, but it would be displayed within Salesforce.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Let's walk through it now, but then can you embed it in Salesforce and just record a 5-minute walkthrough and send it to me in addition to this recap?
Yeah, I don't have an instance of Salesforce here that that I'd be able to show you with.
Okay, but it's just an iframe side of Salesforce. There's a tab called Gamification, or we can name the tab whatever we want. We could co-brand it, CalAmp wins or whatever, and then it's this iframe inside of Salesforce. Good to know.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's jump in, and I guess from what you saw on the deck there, and what really stood out to you? What would you like me to focus on first?
I want to see more about closed deals wins right now.
Okay, yeah. So So any metrics that you're looking to measure, we can have in here. So I can put in, we have deals closed. I can also do, let's say.
And I can segment it off the type of deal, off an opportunity. We have, hardware sales, we have SaaS sales, and we have DaaS sales. So I can do different criteria based off each of those if the field is on an opportunity, and we can pull from.
Yeah, you can. There's unlimited amount of metrics that that you can measure, that you can have within the game. So
right, but my question is, I can segment or create my own kind of, call it gamification metric based off of criteria that's built in Salesforce on an opportunity, a contact, whatever it may be, right? So as long as it's in Salesforce, I can then segment off of it.
Yeah, any data that you have in Salesforce, you can use within Arcade.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because we're simply taking that data and essentially assigning points to it. And we can actually go beyond that. So if you want to have things like, we can do some of the additional calculations on the back end, like percentage to a goal or something like that. That even if Salesforce is not doing that, we can set that up within Arcade.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've got a few metrics that I already have here. Then just right off the metrics page, you'll be able to pull up leaderboards and see where everyone is. We're talking about, you can see the activity for the day, and then the reps themselves, they'll be able to go in and see their ranking. Now, I mentioned to you, if you have some reps that aren't on Salesforce, so they can actually just track everything within Arcade here, so they can do.
Okay. A question about the metrics. Can reps see kind of their day in life of gamification metrics, but then also have visibility to where do they stand in stack ranked in different metrics? So can it be unique to them, but then they can see overall, like globally across the organization, where they sit?
Yeah. So they can pull up reports for really any time. So you can say right over here is today.
Right. I'm not so much time based. I'm asking, can a rep see their dashboard of all their different metrics around gamification, but then can they see a dashboard that shows where they fit across the globe? So, call it my book of business activities,
okay,
gamification, and then holistically like this, right? This would be a regional or a global view, but they can see a dashboard that's just unique to them based off all the different kind of games that they're playing.
Yeah, so they would see here, and tell me if this is what you're looking for. So they would see a dashboard, and you can have it for just their team, or you can have it for the global organization, and then they're able to see where they're standing in comparison to everyone else.
Yep. Okay, makes sense. I think I got it.
Okay, and that's the metrics. Now we actually have contests that we're taking those metrics and we're creating games out of. So I've got a couple ones already going on right over here. And again, I can see right on the scoreboard how I'm doing in comparison to everyone else. I can also, of course, see on the graphics. So this contest right over here, I've got an individual based one. So this is just a goal, right? We've got 50 deals. I've closed so far, I've got 50 left. And he's going to progress based off of that. Not competing, everyone just has their own set goal. Here we've got another one for, say, appointment set or whatever metrics you want. And you can see I'm competing against everyone else.
Right.
So you have the games here. You also have a central news feed where everything is going to, all their games are going to show up, and we have that social aspect built in as well.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, cool. Hey guys, I hate to say it, but I have a hard stop right now. I have to jump on another call. Can you send me this recording today and let me have a conversation with some internal folks, and maybe we touch base in 2 weeks? Is that fair?
Yeah, sure. So I'll have Riley, if you're able to, you can send that over, and we can follow up in 2 weeks. What would What would be a good time just so we can have something set in the calendar there?
Let me look at my calendar. Hold on.
Okay.
I have a ERP go live happening in 1 week, so
Sure.
it's gonna get a little messy for me for a minute. So let's say the week of the 12th. Can we meet on the 13th? Actually, the 14th, Friday the 14th. I'm fairly open, so whatever works best for you guys. Mornings work best.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Riley, if I
I'm Pacific time.
okay. Let's see.
We could do 1 o'clock your time.
1 o'clock. I have a revenue call from 12:30 to 1.
Did you say morning work best for you, right?
Yeah, Pacific time morning.
Okay, we could do 10.
Okay, let's do that. Go ahead and throw it on my calendar and I'll accept it.
Sounds great. Hey, Chris, I really appreciate it for you taking some time to meet with us.
Okay, yeah, me too. Absolutely. Cheers. We'll talk later.
All right. My pleasure. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy your week.
You too.